Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PWG Pro Wrestling Gorilla Episode 15 All-Star Week Day 11. It is me, Mikey Bro, here with the man with the plan, Mr. Cohen Burlett. Cohen?
What up?
Now, guys, we're featuring Matt and Nick at the start of the show. 71C plus Cohen to get the show off to a strong start. The Young Bucks are in the center of the ring at PWG All-Star Week Day 11 and have microphones as well as the PWG World Tag Team Championships that they won from the big guys Brian Pillman Jr. and Desmond Xavier last event. Matt and Nick played to the crowd, whereas Matt begins to talk to the PWG audience about how the big guys, Xavier and Pillman, were supposed to challenge them for their PWG World Tag Team Championships tonight in their rematch. However, the super kicks that took off their heads have Desmond give them a concussion, and tonight that match won't be happening. But they want to fight, says the Bucks, so if you want some of the Bucks, come and get it. The Young Bucks issuing an open challenge, non-title of course, 71C plus. About that at Superb Wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, the Young Bucks defeated Dalton Castle's boys in 12-22 when Matt Jackson defeated Brandon Tate by pinfall with a moonsault. Absolutely I wasn't expecting this. 79B. Brandon and Brent with above average and average 51 and 53, but the Young Bucks going 91 and 98 are absolutely raising our show. The Rumble skills for Brandon Tate. What do you think about that opening match?
Well, I kind of saw the booking, so I know everything.
Okay, you know what, Colin, we're going to stop. 79B. In the next match, Juice Robinson defeated Trent in 1308. Trent is leaving the company again. We're just going to let him go this time. He wants a lot of money, and I'm not willing to pay it. 60C, 58 for Juice, 56 for Trent. This match got the crowd hotter. No skill improvements. All right, and the next match is Sanjay Dutt losing to the debuting Silas Young in 13-12 by pinfall with a standing shooting star press. Silas Young with a 58, Sanjay Dutt with a 44. Arrogant Hill gimmick got a very good and above average for the spot monkey Sanjay Dutt. No skill improvements now. Cohen, Sanjay Dutt, the former X Division champion, right here, the guy on the left. He had a one show off. Silas Young, though, the last real man in professional wrestling, we're thinking about using him going forward. I think he's very PWG, and I think he can fit in just nicely. His picture screams heel, though, doesn't it?
Yes.
59C. All right, and in the next match, and another surprise for you guys tonight, he was just let go by WWE on a one-show appearance. Matt Riddle defeats Shelton Benjamin in 13-10 by pinfall. 75B-. This is another guy whose style fits into PWG, and I thought that would probably take PWG up on a one-night show. So we went with Shelton Benjamin, who put up a 70. Matt Riddle with a 69. His franchise player gimmick got an above average, and Matt Riddle, whose contract had expired and we brought back, had another debut to a below average. That is unfortunate. Was that great? Matt Riddle is improving his performance, goes to Cohen. It's 75B-. Had a very, very solid match between Riddle and Benjamin. Riddle definitely learning from Shelton Benjamin.
Yep.
Next up, Michael Cole's in the center of the ring, Cohen at intermission, and reminds us, Cole, that tonight coming up is Brian Cage taking on Chris Hero, as well as Brian Pillman Jr., one half of the former NXT PWG World Tag Team Champions with the injured Desmond Xavier, taking on Matt Sydal, taking on Sammy Guevara, not to mention the main event, Cohen, which will feature Candice LeRae putting the PWG World Heavyweight Championship on the line against Jimmy F and Havoc in a guerrilla warfare match. The first here that we've done in the PWG save. Obviously, the first show of 2019, Jimmy Havoc came up after Candice LeRae won, beat her up. And then last show, Candice LeRae came out to help Chris Hero. And the only way that Jimmy Havoc was going to take the chair off of Chris Hero's neck was if she gave him a title shot. Cohen, she said yes and agreed to the guerrilla warfare match, but he hit him in the neck with a throat with it anyways. So 77B here. We're getting ready to our double main event. Should be a big night for the rest of the way. Next up, Cohen, Chris Hero defeats Brian Cage in 14:07 by pinfall with a hangman's elbow. Brian Cage just returning, debuting his above average gimmick. He was really off his game. Chris Hero is better, getting better at his gimmick. 49 for Hero, 57 for Chris Hero, 47 for Cage. No scale improvements, 60C plus. I thought this was going to be a better match.
Yeah, I thought it would be like two people pretty over. It should be at least a B.
At least a B. 60C here, guys. Let's see where we're going. Next up, and about that had great wrestling and a decent reaction. Sammy Guevara upsets Brian Pillman Jr. and Matt Sydal when Sammy Guevara defeats Matt Sydal by pinfall with a quick roll-up. Great. Brian Pillman Jr. sustains a fractured cheekbone. Wonderful. 72 for Brian Pillman Jr. Sydal with a 67. Guevara with a 60. And that really puts a damper on my hype train for Brian Pillman Jr. A big injury tonight. 65C, Cohen. That's huge. We'll definitely check after the show how long he's out.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to the main event, which was Candice LeRae and Jimmy Havoc in a guerrilla warfare, anything goes, violent type of match, Cohen. Let's see what happens. We're hoping for at least a 75 in this match.
Yeah, at least.
64. And a good match, Candice LeRae defeats Jimmy Havoc in a guerrilla warfare match in 1747 by pinfall with a heartbreaker. Candice LeRae makes defense number 1 of her PWG World Heavyweight title, and Jimmy Havoc is no longer for PWG. He takes the loss here on his back, and a 64C, not the best show. Candice LeRae put on a good main event last week, but unfortunately the match didn't really lead up to expectations. The crowd isn't the type of crowd that likes hardcore type matches, but we went with the guerrilla warfare match here because it's the type of match that called for this type of match given the angles that have been happening. Hopefully it's at least a 70 here. All right, sorry Candice. 68C plus, still a very good show. First show in a while below a 70, but we'll still take it. 68C plus is still very good. All right, now let's make our speeches real quick.
Young Bucks probably.
It's always the Young Bucks, Colin. We're not doing the Young Bucks this time. Colin loves the Young Bucks. We're going to go Juice. We're going to go Matt Riddle and Silas
That's
Young.
Matt Jackson.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PWG Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Episode 16, Kurt Russell Reunion 5. We are in front of 2,478 people, 21 fans less than our lead attendance number ever. We are being held in the Grand Canyon University Arena, and we're going to get straight into the action. Michael Cole welcomes us to PWG and lets us know that tonight, making his PWG debut, is a man who oozes charisma himself, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. He'll be in the main event against Will Ospreay, a first-time matchup that is sure to be something special to see. Jeff Hardy, debuted his charismatic enigma gimmick to average. Ospreay is returning here tonight. A thrill seeker gimmick is returning to above average. This angle got our show up to a hot start. This angle got the crowd hotter. There is no skill improvements to comment on though. 83 plus. Let's get straight into the matches tonight. In a decent match, Brian Pillman Jr. defeats Silas Young in 13:45 by pinfall with a tornado DDT. Pillman, let me go ahead and silence my phone. Pillman Jr. was really off his game and had an in-ring performance of 59. Silas Young with a 57. Silas is improving in Rumble, and Pillman Jr. is improving in performance. 60C. Next up in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Chris Hero defeats Michael Elgin in 13:07 with a hangman's clutch. 63 for Hero, 58 for Elgin. This match got the crowd hotter, and a first-time matchup between the two in the save got me a pretty solid 63 overall. All right, let's keep going. And about that, superb wrestling and good heat, the Young Bucks defeated Jay White and Sammy Guevara in 13:49 when Nick Jackson defeated Sammy Guevara by pinfall with a 450. White and Sammy Guevara were teaming tonight because one of the two workers who I was going to use in the tag team match against them, we were going to bring back the Tate twins, the boys, if you will, because of their awesome performance that they pushed the Bucks the last show in the last show in a tag team match. We're going to give them another shot at the Bucks, this time for the titles, but they were unable to show up, so we gave Sammy Guevara and Jay White an opportunity to see what they can do, which was great because they put up an ADB, which is fantastic. The Bucks are the MVPs of this save for sure. Sammy Guevara has a gimmick that's getting stale, unfortunately, as is Nick Jackson. The Young Bucks are great. 92 and 85 for the Bucks, just crazy high. Jay White with a 58. Sammy Guevara with a 62. Matt is improving in technical. Jay White is improving in performance, as is Sammy Guevara. So, great stuff. And the last match before intermission is going to feature Brian Cage defeating Jeff Cobb in 13:36 by pinfall with a flying elbow drop. 63 for Cage, 64 for Cobb. Solid match. Cobb, I keep saying it, can't get him over for whatever reason. 67C+. We're now at intermission as Michael Cole reminds us about Jeff Hardy versus Will Ospreay, as well as a former PWG worker making his return coming up next. Also, Candice LeRae will be putting her PWG World Heavyweight Championship on the line against the Chosen Bro, Matt Riddle. All after intermission. All right, so let's get into that match where the returning PWG alum returns. In a decent match, Noam Dar returns and defeats Zack Sabre Jr. in 13:30 by submission. Average, 56 for Dar, 60 for Sabre. I would have been hoping for a little better than a 55C- rating, but Dar's improving in performance, so that's good. That's a little disappointing, 55C. I thought we were going to be high 60s on this one. High C's, C+, but that's all right. That's all right. My next two matches hopefully will be big matches. Here we go. Next in a good match, Candice LeRae defeats Matt Riddle in 17:30 by pinfall with a heartbreaker. Candice LeRae makes defense number 2 of her PWG World Heavyweight Championship. 67 for LeRae, 60 for Riddle. Riddle's premier performance. All right, here's the Ospreay versus Jeff Hardy match. I'm interested to see what rating this is going to get. Jeff Hardy is physically declining, but hopefully we can get a good rating out of him here. Wow. And about that, had great heat and decent wrestling. Jeff Hardy defeats Will Ospreay in 13:32 by pinfall with the twist of hate, which probably should be fate. 61 for Hardy, 44 for Ospreay. This match got the crowd buzzing, though, which I guess is good, but a 61 for Ospreay and Jeff Hardy? Oof. Absolutely awful. Let's go and see what our show rating was here tonight. Yeah. 66C+. It's at a brawl-based match, so maybe that was my fault why I got a 61. But if you can hear my voice, I'm very disappointed at the show rating here. 66C is fine, but... excuse me. But I'm really just quite disappointed with the overall performance of the show, especially with Jeff Hardy. We're paying him a lot of money. All right, we are back, guys. We're going to quickly check, and we may need to kill the consortium. We have been making far too much money, I feel like. I don't know. I may get greedy and do it again for one more month, so I have a little bit of a boost. Having this money really allows me to just really... Oh, let's go. First, let's get through here. First in Great Lakes, first in Mid-Atlantic, first in Mid-South, first in Midwest, first. Okay, so that's great. We're doing great. Where are we at? We are still growing slowly. It's okay. Let's check our champions. Heavyweight, 90. So it's not dropping. That's good. 71. And trios is dropping because we have still retired because we're not ready for them yet. Creative meeting. We'll go through this quick. Jeff Hardy, Nick, Joey, Matt, Candice, 4 PWG stalwarts, and Jeff Hardy. Time decline. Hero and Hardy, obviously. Who's hot? Pillman, Matt, Nick, Joey, and Candice. Ring Generals, Zach, Matt, Nick, Matt, Brian. Showstopper, Seidel, the Jacksons, Sabre Jr., Cage, Talk the Talk, Michael Cole, Jeff Hardy, Chris Hero, Joey Ryan, Marty Skrull. Hot Prospect, Pillman Jr., Noam Dar, Trevor Lee, and Sammy Guevara, along with Jay White. Injuries, we're still dealing with Marty Skrull for 6 months. Desmond Xavier will be back. That's great. Candice LeRae's performance, I believe, has been suffering because she's working a tour for Stardom as well. So that's really been bringing her down a little bit. But yeah, other than that, we're going to go on in this episode here. This was PWG Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, episode 16, Kurt Russell Reunion 5. And we're going to make the decision before or after. I think we're going to go one more month with the consortium, and then we're going to pull it. I feel like we're cheating. We're not cheating. I know we're not cheating. I'm positive we're not cheating. But we're in alliance with Smash Wrestling, and they're killing it financially. And we're really just kind of taking their money there. They could be growing it by 200,000 instead of 100,000. But I don't know. Maybe they'll end there. Let's check our mail quick. Maybe they'll end it sooner than later. Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, Eddie Edwards. I can't sign him. I've been trying to. Let me see. Oka, where's he available to work at now? Ooh, I can sign Oka. But his skills aren't... Well, I guess his skills could be useful to us. Maybe I'll look at Oka. But yeah, anyways, this was PWG Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, episode 16, Kurt Russell Reunion 5. I apologize for the all over the place video today. I'm a little bit under the weather, and as such, I am just all over the place. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back with a more coherent episode next. I promise. Have a glorious rest of your day.